Recording in.
Hello, hello, you guys, and welcome to Nikyao. Oh, which means to conquer, to prevail, to triumph, and overcome. And we are here with a young lady who is conquering the eyeglass world. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, my name is Amber Tinsley, and I'm the owner of A&J Optical.
Awesome. I want to say you are the first female, Black owned.
Yes, yes, all of those things.
You guys, come on into A&J and get your glasses. All right. So we know what you do, but how did you get here?
How did I get here?
Yeah.
Okay, so it all started working at another optical place. I had a buddy who said, "Hey, come try this out." Like I was kind of in between jobs trying to figure out what I wanted to do next. And I went and tried it. And the first thing that kind of caught my eye was my first paycheck. It was my first commission job. So you get commission plus hourly. So I'm like, wait a minute. So you're paying me to come here, then you're paying me more to do my job because technically that's your job.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of sparked my interest was to pay. And then over time, like about 2 years in, I ended up being a office manager and then ended up being a regional manager and even helped them with like human resources at one point. Let's see what 2018 I actually went back to school for human resources.
Wow.
Did a vision board in 2018 and put the optical boutique on there, like in the corner, like a small corner, saying like an extra thing I wanted to do.
Wow.
So it kind of the vision came in 2018, and then COVID happened. Well, time passed, and then COVID happened. And they really showed their true colors at the place that I work for. Like we were just really busy because everybody was in the house. You could only come out unless it was essential. We were considered essential.
Right.
So therefore people were coming out. People mostly get glasses when they have extra money, like tax time is a super busy time for us. So because they had the stimulus checks, extra money, they're coming in. So we're making daily, monthly, weekly goals.
Wow.
Nobody's producing the product though. So it was like the higher ups didn't care, like they couldn't keep up with the product. People weren't working because they could stay home. But they just didn't do anything about it. I remember talking to our boss like, "Hey, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. When is my job done?" We had a no refund policy. So it was just rough. And I remember telling him like, "Hey, what's the plan? What are we gonna do?" He's like, "Hey, I gotta get off the phone." I was like, "If you get off the phone, I'm gonna step down." He was like, "Well, I'm gonna call you back." So I did. I said, "Take this as me stepping down."
Wow.
So I stepped down from being the office manager and ended up, I did doctor's tech for just a few months. February 5th was my last day working in 21. I put my notice in. Yeah, I was just like, "Go ahead."
Okay.
It's like, go ahead. Because I didn't have a job lined up.
Okay.
I just literally put my notice in. February 5th was my last day. I opened up here not April, September 3rd of 2021. I opened the doors here. So from February to September, I got this place in April and then opened up in September. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. That sounds very triumphant of you. Awesome. Wow. Okay, so if you were now, is this something? Okay, let me start. So this was not even anything on your radar when you were growing up.
No, I wanted to be a teacher, like a kindergarten teacher.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, had you ever worked as a teacher before?
I did daycare. I did
daycare.
daycare for like maybe 10 years.
Okay. Wow, wow. So do you think if you were not doing this, that's what you would be doing? What do you think you
Probably.
would be doing?
Well, HR, human resources.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah. I'm thinking HR, human resources, kind of where I was kind of going before I
Okay.
ended up. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, okay. So this was indeed like just one of those careers. My question was it inspired by yourself or was it inspired by others? So it was basically inspired by somebody else saying,
Mhm.
hey, just come and try this.
Yeah, like
You
we're
know.
gonna pay you good.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, it's something to do.
Yeah,
You know, and you just kind of felt like the Lord just opened the door.
definitely opened the door. Like, I guess I didn't see it then, but like,
Mhm.
so I started in 2012, and I worked for them, um, until what 2016 ish or
Mhm.
something like that. Went to another optical office and then went back to them.
Mm.
Because they offered me more money to come back. So I was like, I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
So, but I said that to say that I went to the two different places because it was like day and night. And I felt like it was part of the plan for me to learn both the day and the night.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's,
definitely. Definitely.
that is so key to, I remember living in Atlanta and I worked alongside this lady. And we were everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all type of businesses and places and opportunities and with the big wigs and,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
owners of millions and billions, you know. But the way she did business was not
Yeah.
Christ-like,
Yeah.
you know. And then I had the opportunity to work with another lady who had smaller things going on.
Mhm,
She
mhm.
wasn't out and about like the other lady was, but the highest amount of integrity. You
Yeah.
know, so you're able to see
Yeah,
both sides
definitely,
that day and that
definitely.
night when you're doing business. So you know what to do.
Mhm,
And
take
what not to do.
little
Yeah.
gems from both parties.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, okay, so I get that too. So what advice would you give someone who has not begun to work towards their dream? Well, and this wasn't even your dream, so.
No, like seriously, it wasn't.
So really, what would
But-
you speak to that? Cause that's major, actually.
I guess just listen. It really is really listening because I don't know why I put my notice in that day. You know what I mean? Like I literally just was like, I'm done. Just and like I had the conversation at home first, but yeah, like I went to work and was like, I'm done and put that notice in. I didn't get loans, like because I didn't have a collateral. So I used stimulus checks and a tax refund. This space that I'm in now is not the first space that I wanted. I wanted something down a little further up Coldwater. I felt like I needed to be down there. The guy said, you don't have enough money in your bank account. So, then I see this place with a cardboard, not cardboard, but a poster board in the window. I said, like, I'm driving, coming up Clinton this way, and I just seen it, like, so like I feel like everything was like all God led. Like I seeing the sign, you know, from being discouraged from that guy and then coming just down a little further, seeing the
Yeah.
sign, being able to have the funds, even though I couldn't get a loan, but even enough just to get a jump start because I'm God funded. It's the way like so and that's crazy because at one point I know,
Y'all,
right?
That is,
Yeah.
wow.
At one point, I was saying I was
Wow.
self-funded, and then at some point, it just clicked to me like, no, like you are God-funded. Like
Wow,
He makes it happen.
wow.
So I don't think I answered your question. but-
No, that was what you were supposed to say. That is so strong because what I'm getting out of this is that if you just keep moving,
Mhm.
God will just open up stuff and you'll be like, I have no clue what I'm doing over here, but
Mhm.
okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, Lord, I'll go, you know, and you
Absolutely.
kept saying yes, you know, man. And I have experienced her receiving different awards, being acknowledged within the community, you know, for
I know, right?
different things, and that's, man, She definitely has been set up by the Most High God. So I know that the job or situation that best prepared you was the one that you had at the eyeglass place. What different situations do you feel like have prepared you to be a boss, a entrepreneur, you know?
Um, I'd say previous employments as well. Some people are just leaders, you know, and I say it humbly, but I feel like I'm a leader, like in different roles, different positions. When I was in daycare, you know, I was a lead teacher. I owned my own daycare for a couple years. I worked at Burger King, but I had never worked in a restaurant a day in my life and ended up managing a Burger King because I'm in there with a fundraiser because I'm the head cheerleading coach of the Raiders Metro football team, you know, so like
Plug.
so it's just like yeah, I think
Wow,
he has me as a leader.
awesome, awesome, wow. Um, so you would say that this is like a call dream. Do you, sometimes the Lord will put us in a position and you'll be like, why? What? Have you had that why moment and has he answered that yet? Or are you still,
I'm still searching because I honestly don't even know if this is the purpose, you know, because
okay,
and then so then I think about that, like, what is the purpose in me, you know? So then there's some things like, okay, telling young Black girls that, you know, all you need to hear is one yes to make it happen, you know? So that could be a purpose. Then it's like, I do try to keep everything at a really low cost so people can afford the fun and funky frames, you know, and get the same quality somewhere else, but at a better price. And then, like my Medicaid patients, they have access to more frames than any other, you know, any other store in Fort Wayne. So it's like, so then I kind of connected that way,
yeah,
but I'm not even 100% sure
wow,
if
that's the why.
yeah, yeah.
Wow, wow. Now, what would you say are the negatives of this career? Or if there are any?
I wouldn't say negative. I would say just still in the growing phase. I feel like, that door is not consistently moving, but it's definitely growing from the day one to right now. Like it's moving, but I'd like it to move more, but it's not on my time. So
Awesome, awesome. Now, I guess I have two more questions.
okay,
First of all, have you ever wanted to quit and what did that moment look like?
yes. I just felt like it wasn't moving. But it just wasn't moving fast enough. So I have to continue. Still today, I have to tell myself like I have to be patient. I have to be patient. I have to be patient. Um, but I just felt like I could just go and just work for somebody and make about 60,000 a year and be done and don't have to worry about all this stuff. Um, so I've bounced that off a lot, you know. But then he'll just be like, here's a great day, you can do it. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's keep trucking, let's keep going. So
Awesome, awesome, that's good. Wow. Now, my final thing, so again, like I said, she has received a ton of acknowledgments from the community. Have you received any acknowledgement from other communities besides your own yet?
are you familiar with Push It, Bring It,
Yes.
Push It? Okay.
Yes.
So last year I was one of the nominees.
Okay.
So that's a different community, right?
That is a different community.
Yes. It's all about women, you know, girl power and stuff like that. So
Awesome.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Other than that, well, Yes, so it's the year before last. Um, one, it was a top 25 influential women in Fort Wayne.
Oh.
Yeah, so I made that list.
Oh.
So two. So two, thank you. You don't even think about those, like,
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, I'm so glad, and we're sitting next to one of her awards now. You must zoom in to see it. Zoom in, 2023 Resilient Woman Award, Miss Quila Pettis.
Yes,
She's awesome.
she is, isn't she?
She's awesome.
She is.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of interviewing her.
I seen that.
Yeah.
I seen that.
She's awesome. Well, I thank you so much for your time.
No problem. No
I
problem.
thank you. I pray that God continues to just bless you abundantly.
Thank you.
Truly, I do. Truly, I do. And I look forward to seeing you at other events.
Yes,
Where you
absolutely.
are being nominated and being a vendor.
Being a vendor.
If you need vendors at your organizations, your events, contact Miss Amber Tinsley.
And I'll be there.
Okay. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Nical with Miss Amber as she is continuing to be triumphant and prevailing in this industry. We look forward to seeing you again. Don't just have a great day, but make it a great day for someone else.
Aw.